up, 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 down, up.
That's the way we like to fuck.
Okay.
I mean, that's one way to start it, right?
Yes, it is.
Anyway, welcome back, everybody.
It has been a long time for us.
It really has. God, it's been like at least half a month. I'd say probably even longer.
I'd say 2 months, actually, because we started recording this in January.
Yeah, we did.
Okay, Wonderland, Monstro, Halloween. I'm actually inclined to get Monstro out of the way, because I really don't like Monstro.
Next.
Alright, Monstro, the Heartless section where you have to spill its guts, that's a fun section.
Yes, definitely sounds entertaining.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of it.
I can believe it. I can understand why.
It takes ages on the GBA version.
I can only imagine how bad it must be on this one.
I don't think it's actually as bad. I think it's much harder on the GBA version, especially if you don't use slides. Because people are just like, why aren't you getting enough points? And it's just like, no, it doesn't work.
Doesn't work.
What a weird place. Everything's kind of springy and soft. Oh, that'll be you.
Nice and warm, too. I'm starting to feel like a nap.
Who's speaking?
Sor...
Pinocchio, I think.
I think you should be a little more worried.
Who's Demon? Yeah, it's Pinocchio.
Gotcha.
You're inside the belly of Monstro, the whale. Why, I know that voice. Pinocchio. Pinocchio, it's you. Come on out. Is that you, Jiminy? Gosh, I thought I'd never see you again.
Any bad voice acting on my part, I'm going to put down to being ill. But I don't have a cold or anything, so can't really use that excuse.
Meh.
I don't care.
Gee, there's no way you wouldn't find me again. I'm your conscience. And your conscience will always be your guide, remember? Sure, Jiminy. Gee, Rick.
Listen, Morty, I'm your conscience. Listen, Morty, I'm your conscience, alright?
Gee, Rick,
I don't know about that.
I've been a good boy, I promise, Rick.
Listen, Pinocchio. Since you're in Monstro, go to Pancreas, right? It's a real treat, you're gonna love it.
I didn't tell a single lie.
I don't know what that voice was.
I don't know either.
Uh-oh. Well, for Pete's sake. Oops.
But Pete's a villain.
How did you end up inside Monstro, anyway?
We, sort of used a special way. Up the anus.
Totally. It's so special, we don't know how we did it.
That's too bad. I was hoping you could help me and Father get out of here.
Well, I'll be. Geppetto's here too.
Sure he is. Follow me.
I feel like I've changed his voice like 10 times.
At least 3 or 4 times,
I don't know why. I had a consistent thing going, and then I went into Rick and Morty, and I forgot what it was.
Yes, you did.
Oh well, whatever. Cool.
It's a video game.
Yeah. I wasn't cast as Pinocchio. It's all good. Oh, that's actually kind of creepy. I like it.
Yeah.
Hello, very realistic eye. Oh, hello. What's this? Accidentally leaves world.
Looks like a barrel of some sort.
It's a level 2. It's not great.
Nah.
There's not a world. There's not a like character card here, is there? It's just Pinocchio.
Doubtful, no.
Imagine if Pinocchio just came along and just attacked people with his nose. That'd be great.
Nose slapped. Now I'm thinking of all sorts of crazy stuff that you get him to do, like we sharpen his nose off and then we get him to tell a lie and it just stabs through a few Heartless.
I really want to see that in a sadistic kind of way, because that is amazing.
Someone just makes a fan art of someone like sharpening Pinocchio's nose and it's like some steampunk type thing.
Fun fact, I have sharpened my own finger before with a pencil sharpener.
Ow?
I was probably older than I should be for telling the story. I think I was around 10. So not like super old, but old enough to know that it would probably hurt. But I was just like, I mean, it sharpens pencils. I wonder what it would do to my skin. fun fact, it'll fucking slice it right off really,
Yeah.
really easily, actually. It was magnificent. It hurt a lot, actually.
Well, it's better than a few of my friends that I knew who stapled their hands when they were in, like, 5th grade, somewhere around the age of 11 or 12. So.
Oh, that hurt. Oh, that sounds horrible.
They did it on purpose, too.
Lovely.
Like, it made absolutely no sense to me.
I was in year 6. This was 10, 11. I think I was 11 at the time. We had to basically do a cooking thing. So the idea was we had to make a meal. We had to prepare, organize, like come up with an entire plan on what we're gonna cook.
Right.
And we had very little help from teachers. The idea was it wasn't too complicated, but it wasn't too simple either. It was basically to get you into learning how to cook. It was quite a nice idea. It worked well. It wasn't anything massively dangerous, and there was always a teacher nearby to make sure you weren't doing anything
Burning
massively
something.
stupid,
Yeah.
But we were just like, okay, we're gonna have potatoes. I can peel them. It's fine. I'll do that. And I think we had a time limit as well. Not like. I guess maybe not. Maybe it was just the time. It was actually just how long it took to make things. I
Right.
remember a time limit, but yeah, like it was fine. I think for dessert we decided gingerbread men because they're fairly easy to make and they're delicious. So like, sure, why not? I think it was basically just a really good scheme for teachers to get free food because that's who ate it. But,
Sounds about right.
But in the end, I ended up cutting my finger with the potato peeler.
That's always fun.
Yeah, and my mum ended up coming down to look after me because she worked. Actually, I think at the time she didn't work because of various circumstances. But yeah, she was nearby anyway, so she came down. Oh no, she was studying at a college nearby. She was trying to get a degree. So yeah, she was right, and the college was really close. So she just came down and basically looked
Made sure
after
you
me.
weren't dying.
Yeah, and yeah, I continued on. Like I didn't really care. I was just like, I need to finish this. So she ended up helping, and good thing too, because we were running out of time and things were sort of getting over.
Really
like,
hectic, yeah.
Yeah, because I mean it was our first meal. It was just like, what are we doing? And yeah, so it kind of helped us out in the end, and so ultimately I saved the day by ruining my thumb.
There you go. I don't know what it is about cooking and hurting yourself, and you don't really feel a lot of it. Because I remember I was just preparing a basic sandwich for me. I always get rolls from someplace, and that's like the bread I use for sandwiches.
Oh yeah.
And
I
get this nice big steak knife that I use to like cut through stuff. And I remember I was cutting through it and I was holding it, and then I realized that something felt weird across my hand while I was cutting it. I pulled the bread away, and there's this nice clean slice open across my palm. And I just stare at it for a good few seconds before I realize, oh wait, I should probably get a bandage on this.
Maybe.
Because I didn't register that it hurt.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean that's adrenaline. Like, because I've done that. I was cleaning, and I have a Pagan Min, like trophy figure. He's just sitting on an elephant chair, and it's fucking awesome.
I think I remember that from the camera video, yeah.
But the edge of it is quite sharp, and I was just cleaning it, and I just pushed my thumb against it, and made a really deep cut. Like, there was a lot of blood, but I didn't feel anything. I was just like, oh shit. So I just ran to the kitchen, and I didn't feel anything for like 5 minutes, and then it started to hurt. I was like,
Oh,
right,
yeah.
that's adrenaline. This ran out. So like, I feel like, obviously, if you get into a situation where, like, an extreme, but say for example you've been mugged and stabbed. Again, extreme, but let's just say, I feel like the shock is what would hurt it more, but the adrenaline would stop it from hurting for a bit. So like in that scenario, whilst I would be like somewhat crippled, I would push down the wound and as fast as I can get to either help or like a phone or something.
Right, just try to get someone on your way to help you.
Yeah, because like as long as you're pushing down on the wound, it's not going to keep bleeding out because you're stopping the blood from flowing out of you. So like there was again another extreme example and completely different. There was an episode of Sherlock, the modern day Sherlock Holmes. It's really good, but Sherlock gets shot in the chest, and he's basically like, he's falling back, and he's having like a hallucination of his friends around him being like, okay, what happened? What did you see when you entered the room? I don't know, I'm dying. I know you're dying. What did you see when you entered the room? A mirror. Is the mirror cracked? No. The bullet hasn't gone through you. Fall back. Like, that's the thing. You know it hasn't gone through you. As long as you fall back, the blood's not going to come out of you really quickly. So it was just really clever. I was like, oh, that's like, it's not only really actually quite informative, it's genius. Like, it's really intelligent. So it's just like, I've learned something. If I get shot, I will just pay attention to that. Like, because you do think about a lot in situations like that. You wouldn't think so. But just everything really comes into, like...
perspective.
Just everything like, okay, I'm dying. How do I stop this? Like, you just think about it. And it's the brain's a clever thing. The brain is a very clever thing. Oh shit, 2 things. I got a level 7 cure?
Yes!
And a 6 wishing star. Holy shit!
The room has blessed you.
Yeah, clearly. What a room.
Dang.
Best
Talking
room.
about death and painful experiences pays off.
Yeah, I mean, I know it's a bit morbid, but it's interesting to learn about. Because I mean, it's not necessarily. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but it's not an impossibility. Like, you may as well consider the idea.
Yeah, I mean, why do you think shows like CSI and Bones and all those other really gory and kind of go into the crime aspect shows get really popular? It's because people are interested in learning about that and interested in what goes on.
Also, it's a really good drama. So.
That too.
So there's that aspect.
Of course.
But yeah, it's quite interesting. I've talked about this in these other Twilight Princess videos. Well, actually, the final video. But since that series, because so much was posted, didn't really get too many views. I'm gonna talk about it now anyway.
Yeah.
There's oh god, I hope I'm right in saying this because it was a while since I saw it and talked about it because I don't watch it. I think it's Law and Order. And yeah, it was season 9, episode 17. Called Authority, and basically I had heard, I think it was a Screw Attack video, they were basically listing off some of their favourite villains on TV, and one of them listed off the villain in this episode, and just this episode, they're only the villain in, god damn it, I lost all the orbs. No. Yeah, he was only in this episode, and it's played by Robin Williams, and he's basically a very clever manipulator. His wife died. I feel like it was in childbirth, but I might be mistaken. And he was saying that something was wrong, and the doctor said, "Don't worry, it's just natural." And he didn't question it because it was the doctor, and it was Authority. And now, because his wife died, and I think it was his child as well. I think it was childbirth. I might be wrong. He wants to question Authority, and he doesn't want people to be sheep, and that's the idea. So what he does is right at the beginning, it starts off with this person getting abused by their boss because he claims to be a policeman and says that this person stole, and because the police has told you you can search her to extremes, he does so, and he's technically not abusing her in like a negative way, but it's still an abuse. And I don't think he actually goes to prison. I think he ends up getting just a small like sentence or fee because it technically wasn't his fault, even though it is. But yeah, the guy basically has loads of phone calls, does loads of things like that, and he ends up defending himself in court. And like the police are like, they have an image of him leaving or entering the library because that's where he was making the calls from, or at least that's what they were claiming he was making the calls. And it wasn't a clear image. They basically used photo enhancing software to make out that it's him. And he was just like, and how does this system work? Well, it generates various things and blah, 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 and it randomly depicts various things to get blah, 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 to get the answer. It's like, so it's a guess. Technically speaking, it's like, can you really condemn someone on a guess? And it's just like, guess,
yeah.
Like, you're not wrong. Like, it's really clever in its own way. It's just something like that. I was just like, I can't fault you. Like, I know you're evil, but you're Robin Williams, and you're really awesome in this episode. Yeah. But he gets really aggressive near the end, and it's just really well acted. I highly recommend watching it. It's episode 17 of season 9, Authority. I'm pretty sure it's Law and Order. I'm sure if you type in episode 17, series 9, I'm sure you'll find it. But It was super good. I've never actually seen Law and Order, but I want to watch more because that was a really good episode. It was just, I'm kind of intrigued. Oh, not a platinum card, no. Oh dear, how bad. Oh, actually, it's roulette. It's not platinum. So actually, is that the one where it gives me any card I want?
I believe it's the spinning wheel, but we can pretty much choose which one we get picked. Yeah.
And it's these. Okay, cool. So I guess I want a Moogle.
Yeah, it's Law and Order SVU.
Yeah. It's really good. It's really good. I highly recommend it. Fantastic episode.